Welcome to a realm where the pulse of sports thrills and the spark of technology sizzles. Join Ronald Boleware, the passionate sports guru, and your charismatic host, Jay aka Jonathan Anderson. Together, they unpack the latest in sports and technology. Get ready, because it's Noonish.
Man, what's going down, y'all? Appreciate y'all joining us today, man. We are here for another exciting show, man. I know we're starting kind of a little bit late today, but we've been battling with this technology, boy.
Yeah.
Evidently, a bad actor tried to jump into our system today and ruin things, you know. So I had to go do some troubleshooting, and I sniffed out the bad actor, and he can no longer prevent us from having a good show. So, with that being said, you know, this is Noonish Sports and Tech, so we got some technical chops over here a little bit, you know. Got a little something. But,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, with that being said, I am your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, here with my awesome co-host and also my unc, yes, sir, Ron Boleware. What's going down, huh?
Oh, nothing much, man. This is more ish than we ever been before.
Man,
It's a lot of ish on that noon today.
Yeah.
So, you know, like J.A. said, we had some technical difficulties, but we can't harp on that. We got to keep it moving.
Got to keep it moving, man.
Yeah, we're going to talk to you quick, but we ain't going to talk to you slick.
You know, but not too quick. You know, you
Not
might have
too
to speed
quick,
up your listeners. You know, might have to speed them listeners up a little bit. But yeah, man, we're going to get to it. Also, man, CY, I just want to say thank you very much for hanging in there with us today, man. She tried to hang in there with us for the most part, but hopefully we can get her video soon, which is currently downloading, so we can get our First Lady from F1 Report, or First Lady of F1 Report today. But prior to getting into that topic, we're going to go ahead and move past the F1 as we typically like to start with. It was a very exciting weekend for anybody that likes combat sports. It was a lot going on. We're going to stick to specifically the fights that took place in Newark, right? Shakur Stevenson, the Davis brothers, Abdullah Muhammad. I mean, it was a good card, actually.
Yeah, it was a very good card.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, I guess we can go ahead and crank this thing off. First and foremost, unfortunately, the one guy from Texas got robbed. Straight up. Shaky, right?
Yeah,
Shaky.
Yeah,
I want to call him Shaky, but Shaky, man.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like Shaky.
Yeah.
It almost do.
Yeah, it does.
But, that's why boxing got a black eye, man. And you know, boxing is, as long as they keep giving out decisions like that, it's going to be hard for them to actually recover and gain the trust of the people.
Absolutely, because, I mean, that young man looked like he won every single round.
Yeah, and the other guy that won only landed 11% of his
11%. He landed 25% of his bunches.
So how is that
He
bad?
threw less and landed more.
Yeah, so how is that possible?
The other guy he threw 600 punches, the other guy. But just because you're busy don't mean that you're effective.
But I know how much level. I mean, I'm pretty good with numbers. 600 punches, 11% is 66 punches.
Yeah.
You throw 600 punches and landed 66.
And 25% of 400 is what?
1/4 is 100.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, that was
a bad call.
I'm talking every round.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, which is just ironic about that fight, that match was a lot like Shakur's fight.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just nothing. Busy enough, but not stepping on the gas. This is not Olympic boxing.
Yeah.
This ain't Golden Gloves. We're not paying money to see somebody point you to death. We looking for knockouts.
Yeah, and then we looking for if it ain't a knockout, we looking for blows that make a difference in the fight.
Yeah.
But you know, I call that patty cake fight. Patty cake, man.
Yeah, it was a bunch of patty caking going on.
Yeah. Nobody's really getting hit. Nobody's really getting hurt. They just patty caking. If anybody know, that's an old school nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
But the way they did their hands like this. Patty cake.
Yeah.
So nobody's really getting hit on. Just playing patty cake.
Yeah, man. So I don't want to skip to the Shakur fight, but it's a lot going on with that right now. But in between time, we got a chance to watch those Davis brothers, right? Keyshawn Davis and his brother Kylie. I don't know. The other K Davis. Yeah. Right? That's first time seeing him. I've seen Keyshawn fight before. Yeah, and Keyshawn he's that dude, he's been they're very tight with Terrence Crawford. Yeah. Keyshawn has been talking smack. He called Frank out. Like, he's a very confident boxer, and he should be, because the guy can box.
Yeah, right? He's pretty good. Yeah.
And he put on I want to say, from a technical standpoint,
he put on the best fight.
He put on the best show.
Now the knockout is always good to
see. The knockout was great to see. With Abdullah Muhammad, Abdullah Muhammad is the most exciting fighter that I saw.
He came out with bad intentions, because as soon as the fight started, I said he got bad intentions. It don't look like this is going to last long.
And just his track record, like, just watching him and everything he's done, he has left a path of destruction everywhere that he's gone. That's the type of boxer people pay for.
Oh yeah, absolutely. To see one guy dominate another guy, not just dance around the ring in front of him.
Yeah, straight entertainment, purely entertainment is what he provided.
Absolutely.
That's what we came for. And Abdullah Muhammad absolutely brought it. But again, the Davis brothers, they fought good fights, but none of these, other than Abdullah Muhammad's fight, was a knockout, right?
No.
They all went the distance. I think Keyshawn's was the most just ferocious fight through and through, like constantly in there, like Keyshawn was landing the bigger blows.
Oh yeah, and
And then even his brother's fight, those two, remember you said it started out slow.
Yeah, it started out slow.
And them boys did not stop until that bell rang. Yeah. You never knew. It looked like Davis was going to get knocked out part of the fight. Looked like he was going to do the knocking out part of the fight, but it was just back and forth. And that's what we love to see. That's what we want to pay for. Which brings me to the Shakur Stevenson fight. That is 2 fights in a row, man. That's 24 rounds of sleep. Basically, an hour. How long was that? 24, an hour and 12 minutes of sleep time. Like, and don't get me wrong, all right? I don't know what happened to my camera right here. Good Lord.
Yeah, we've been having all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the camera just looked like it just went out.
Stopped on me. It just said, nah.
I don't know if I'm pretty sure maybe they can still hear us. I'm not sure. Okay,
and I think we back.
There we go.
And we're back. So whatever, man. The camera just shut down.
We just got to keep it moving.
We're gonna keep it pumping, but So as I was saying, Shakur, he was just, and don't get me wrong, like, as far as boxing is concerned, he dominated the fight. He dominated the other guy. The other guy couldn't touch him, right? But at the same time,
but let me say it like this, Jay. It's easy to dominate nothing.
Yeah.
The other guy didn't do nothing, and he
tried at least. He was trying to get him, but he just Shakur was staying out of his range.
Yeah.
It was like little brother versus big brother.
If I got to grade that fight on a 1 to 10 scale, I got to give it a 1, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was like the other guy tried, but Shakur just stayed out of range, and it wasn't like Floyd Mayweather defense.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because Mayweather do be landing some telling blows.
Yeah, he does.
But this is my 4th or 5th time seeing Shakur do the same thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much nothing.
Yep.
I mean, just enough to win the fight. Yeah. Just more than the other guy, because the other guy that don't do that much, so he do a little bit.
Yep.
And a little bit is better than nothing.
Man.
And that's all I can say about Shakur,
Yeah, and it's pretty whack, man. Like, because he talks, and he's really good. He's a good boxer. But word is out that Shakur, and I don't know if you saw Mace and Cameron went all the way in on Shakur. Because Shakur Twitterson, he spent more time and energy on Twitter after the fight than he did trying to knock the dude out during the fight.
You ain't even got to try to knock him out, but you got to try to beat him up, man.
Yeah, and he had opportunities
to
step on the pedal, but he's so cautious and so defensive that it's like it won't allow him to let his hands go.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, let your hands go. That's what we came here for. And you got quick hands, lightning quick hands. Again.
But he's waiting.
As far as boxing is concerned, if he was in the Olympics this year, he probably win a gold medal. Right? If we went back to down the gold gloves, of course Shakur Stevenson's going to win that. But when we talking about the entertainment pay-per-view boxing,
he's not entertaining.
People don't want to pay for that, man. That's why you still on Top Rank and ESPN, man. Like, you talking a good game. He's in his hometown getting booed. Yeah. He got booed in his home arena. People in his home arena were leaving the fight early.
Oh, yeah.
Even though he put on a clinic. But don't nobody want to come here to watch that.
Well, I mean, it was a low-level clinic. I mean, I'm saying like that. It was,
if you go back, his punches were sharp. He didn't get hit. He stayed out of range, but he
didn't throw that many, and he
threw punches, huh?
Yeah, but he stayed out of range more than he threw punches.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's not what we come to see.
He's too cautious, too careful. If you go in there to knock somebody out, there's a chance you might get knocked out if you don't keep your guard up, or if you don't, if you overextend yourself. He never even comes close to overextending himself.
Never.
His nickname is Pillow Hands. That says everything.
We can talk about something else. I
didn't
know that was his nickname.
You can't. How you gonna be a boxer with a nickname Pillow Hands? You putting dudes to sleep, not knocking them out, but in the ring because they bored, because they can't catch you, because you playing tag and they can't reach you.
Nah.
And then out the ring, you putting people to sleep too.
Hey, because I was about to go to sleep. I was ready for the fight to be over.
My gosh, it's like, bro, what is this? That's like Cat Williams going on before a new comedian.
Oh yeah.
Or an old comedian that just sucked.
Yeah.
Like
Cat Williams going on for Steve Harvey.
Yeah. Somebody doing the same jokes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not a good look.
No, Shakur, I mean, no, until he do something, man, his fights are boring. That's all I can say.
It looked like it was about, I want to say it looked like there was about 3 or 4 fighters on that card. I'd say 3 fighters on that card that people would probably rather see. 2 for sure.
Yeah.
That people would rather see than Shakur Stevenson fight. And the Tank Davis and Shakur fight, man, let's quit talking about that, please. Let's quit. I don't want to see it. Especially if Shakur gonna do the same thing he did against in his last fight when he fought a guy with power. He ran the whole fight.
Yeah,
the whole fight.
That's all they're gonna do, and you can't beat. And nobody want to see. If I want to see 2 people dance, I can go to. They got some dance studios downtown.
Yeah,
I can go down there and see 2 people dance. Yes, I can go to the club. I want to see somebody dance.
Yeah,
I want to see somebody fight, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
and that's all. Shakur might well be holding hands like this, bro.
Yes,
dancing around the dance floor.
Straight up, dancing with the stars, bro.
Yeah.
Shakur is dancing with the stars.
That's what he ought to go on.
Yeah, that boy's feet. He got some good feet.
Oh yeah, got some good.
Great footwork. He's smooth with it.
Yeah, he's smooth.
Bunny Shakur dancing with the stars, dog. You go win that jump. But hey, get out that boxing ring. But also the other night, Jorge Masvidal versus Nate Diaz took place. Nate Diaz came out victoriously. I don't think anybody really saw that after Nate lost to Jake Paul the way he did. But evidently, he's still been boxing, and he's really pursuing boxing.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And then Carmel Moten.
Yeah.
Young Buck. It's another guy people would rather pay to see than Shakur.
Jake Paul is fighting somebody.
It sucks, man.
Yeah, Jake
Paul
is fighting somebody this weekend, I think. On the 20th or something.
Jake Paul?
Jake Paul, one of the Paul brothers is fighting somebody.
No, not Jake ain't fighting nobody till Tyson, I thought. But I look.
What's the other Paul brother name?
Logan?
I thought one of them is fighting somebody on the 20th.
On July 20th?
I think so. One of the Paul brothers, and like I'm going to say it like this, man, neither one of them can fight because they can fight. They quit fighting little guys, old guys, basketball players, all kinds of stuff.
Jake's still fighting.
Yeah, Jake is supposed to fight.
Jake will be fighting a mixed martial artist and bare knuckler bare knuckle boxer named Mike Perry. The originally scheduled date for the Tyson fight. Yeah. But is it still going to be on Netflix?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's Mike Perry. I don't know who this Mike Perry cat is.
And this is the thing. As long as you keep fighting guys that never had on a pair of gloves before,
you're going to have a chance.
You're going to have a good chance of beating them.
Yeah.
And all these mixed martial art guys haven't had boxing gloves on before.
No.
So how can you go, and this is what you're taking away 2/3 what a mixed martial artist do. You're taking away his feet, and you're taking away grappling. And now you're just reducing him down to his hands, and that's 1/3 of his ability. Right there. So 2/3 of his stuff is gone away.
I'm sure this dude can beat up a lot of humans.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many professional boxers and professional fighters he can beat up.
Yeah, absolutely.
My boy nose is disfigured on this picture. Yeah. That boy nose looks like he has no defense. I'm sure Jake probably trying to catch another Tyron Woodley. Feint with that left or feint with that right.
Oh yeah.
You know, nice little hook combination.
And then I never even heard of this guy before.
Never heard of him. Looks tough, but that don't mean.
I mean, yeah, you know. I had heard of Anderson Silva before. Anderson Silva is a 165-pound hero, and I think by the time Anderson Silva fought Jake Paul, he was in his 40s.
Yeah, no doubt. No, I can appreciate what Jake Paul did for some of those guys now, like Anderson Silva, even Nate Diaz. You know, I think he was really just hooking them up with a payday. You know, a payday they never saw in UFC. At the end of the day, and you know how we are about people getting their bread. Absolutely. We good with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, man, it was a good night. Good night for boxing, man. Good night for boxing, man. But we're gonna keep this party rolling. Next up,
keep this train moving.
So WNBA basketball is popping off, man. We got a lot going on between these two young ladies that are taking over the nation. First off, Caitlin Clark, man, did you see the other day? Actually, I know you saw it because I texted you while the game was on.
Yeah.
And let me say this. First of all, this is the first time in my life where, you know, Saturday I'm around the house cleaning up a little bit before I came over here to had a watch party or whatever. And I got an alert on my phone around, 3 o'clock, 2:30 or so, that there's a WNBA basketball game on featuring Caitlin Clark and the New York Liberty, which, you know, Breonna Stewart and Anescu.
Yeah.
All right, Anescu. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing your name. My apologies. Okay, but this is the first time in my life where an alert about a WNBA game has made me redirect everything and turn the game on, like not wanting to miss. Must see TV.
Yeah, like I say, this is my first time watching WNBA.
Yeah.
Since Cheryl Swoops and Cynthia Cooper was on.
How often were you watching though? Were you watching? Was it like I gotta watch every time they on TV? Like I can't miss it.
Well, they wasn't on TV that much. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and then even one game. This is my first time because I sit down and I watch some complete games doing that, but look how long ago that's been.
Yeah, that's a minute.
It's been 25, 30 years, bro. I'm saying that.
I can honestly tell you, I tried to watch back then. Zero interest. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a long range. I don't know what it is. But I think it is the fact that she's shooting that thing like we've never seen before. And Ionescu, I believe in it. Whatever, however you say your name, I'm so sorry. I know you're amazing. You're one of the greatest. I just your name is tough to say, but she had some long range, mid court threes during the game. So it's not like it hadn't ever happened. But I think the fact that she had done it so early and in college, where it is more of a prominent game, the women's college basketball game.
Oh, yeah.
I think that brought a lot of light to this whole sport in general, and now people are in love with Caitlin. And then her journey in college, then running into LSU and Christian Mulkey's team, and running into Angel Reese, hitting her with this number right here, that brought even more publicity, right? And Angel Reese was already doing her thing. You know, she already had a little following, but that right there, I wasn't alive during Magic and Bird, but this feels a lot like Magic and Bird. It's like these two are inseparable. There's nothing they can do without the other doing something as well.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the whole thing. They both doing phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, they are.
You know, it's not like one is doing something and the other is going along for the ride.
Yeah.
No, they both are great basketball players, and the way they carry themselves.
Yes.
Has just changed the whole outlook on women's basketball.
Absolutely. As you see here, as we mentioned, Saturday, Caitlin Clark went out, got the first ever triple-double by a rookie. In WNBA basketball.
Oh, yeah.
And I was listening. I'm telling you, I've been listening and researching. Like I'm trying to, when I'm new to something, I soak in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find out as much as I can.
Out about it, but she can't talk about it.
Like why are these rookies? Evidently, rookies have not been able to get on the court in the WNBA. They cannot get on the court, and that's why you don't see any rookies with triple doubles. Double doubles, the number double doubles that are being established.
Well, as a whole, but then you've always had your
Candace Parkers and
Lisa Leslie and all those got on the court, Diana Taurasi. But as a whole, I mean,
we're talking about special people.
Yeah,
but it's like that in the NBA at the same time too.
Well, it used to be even worse in the NBA.
Yeah, and I think what it used to be like in the NBA. I think that's what it's like now. Yeah. In the WNBA, because they were saying that it took like rookies literally like 2 to 3 years to even get on the floor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Unless you were, you always had your exception. Bill Russell came in right away. Will Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson. You always, but as a whole, rookies were not liked on the floor by 90% of the coaches, and it didn't matter how good you played, they just wouldn't put you on the court because they didn't like rookies. And they didn't want to build you up so you'll start thinking that you're better than veterans. That's back when the general managers and coaches ran the league and team presidents. Now the players run the league, so it's way different.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
And also rookies, talking about rookies doing special stuff. Angel Reese has set to a double-double record.
Speaking
for the WNBA. She got the most consecutive double-doubles in the history
of the league
of the WNBA.
Not for a rookie.
13.
For the league.
Right now she's at 13 double-doubles.
She's at 13.
Yep. And that's the record for anybody. The record.
She got the record with 17 points, 14 rebounds. And, it's cool to see, man. Like, because, we were just last week talking about how Angel Reese has been like the trailer hitch to Caitlin Clark to a lot of people in a lot of people's minds, because she's really only here because of the social media presence and her battles against Caitlin Clark in college. No, Angel Reese is who she is. Angel Reese is a national champion.
Yeah, Angel Reese got her stand on her own platform.
And she's just set a WNBA record. So
that lets you know she can ball. So she ain't no trailer hits.
Yeah.
She ain't claim. She having their presence against each other increased both of them's platform.
Yeah.
Caitlin's platform got bigger when Angel showed up, and Angel's platform got bigger when Angel showed up against Caitlin.
Yep. And like Angel say, she a dog.
Oh, yeah. And you can't teach that.
Can't teach that.
You can't teach that.
She's a dog and can't teach that. That's where the double-doubles and that hustle come from.
Yeah.
And that's why she's got a national championship as well.
Because it's just like she say, it's certain things, you can you can teach players how to run routes, how to backpedal, how to do all that, but you cannot teach them how to want it more than the other guy.
Yep.
Period. And our people nowadays, especially, they kind of downplay that want to.
Yeah.
You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't want it that bad, or you don't, and if you want it bad enough, you're gonna put the work in.
Absolutely.
And some of these people not putting the work in.
Yep.
So
Yep. That's a fact. And it shows. And it shows when you do put that work in.
Oh yeah, when you put that work in, it shows.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, man. We love what we're seeing out of these young ladies, these young women.
We love it.
Keep still, popping off as you see Angels. First picture, she's looking like a doll, then coming out putting these double doubles on you. Like, Like she ain't got no sense. Like it's something wrong with her. You know? I love it.
Oh, I do too.
I love it, man.
I love it.
We gonna keep this train rolling. Next up, on to the NBA, National Basketball Association. What's going down? What is going down here? Let me see. Let's get this thing right up here on the screen, though. Gotta get these boys up. They're all out of order. It's all good. So, Bronny James had his first game Saturday in the California State League. I believe that's what it's called. California League. It's a summer league.
Yeah, summer league.
And California State League sound like a prison league. Yeah. They hooping in the prisons. Yeah. You know, I'm like, you know, whatever.
You got some good hoopers in there. You got some good hoopers in prison.
yeah, some good hoopers in prison for sure.
But this ain't that league.
No, this ain't the one. So, Bronny James was, very. I think it's all about expectations, man. I think some people just trip out. They expect a little bit too much, too early, too soon, and it sets themselves up for disappointment.
No, people. They want, and I don't know whether LeBron or Bronny is anybody. They want Bronny James to crash because everybody's talking about nepotism and LeBron did this and all. Man y'all better go back and look at all the nepotism throughout sports. Look what Andy Reid did for his son. He got in trouble. And then he gave him after that he gave him another job. Then he got in trouble, went to jail again. Mike Dunleavy Jr. Yeah. Come on, man. So
it goes on.
Bill Walton, Luke Walton, all of that. Yeah. So don't talk about nepotism or LeBron James got this for his son, all that. If he did, so what?
So what?
He's only doing what everybody else do.
Great job, Dad.
What? Great job, LeBron, and get Bryce in there too. Get Bryce in there too.
I mean, majority of our presidents got something to do with some form of nepotism, don't they? They done fell out some tree from somewhere.
George Bush Jr.
The Bushes and the Kennedys and
So man, I don't want to hear nothing about LeBron did this for his son, all that. So what? Yep. So did everybody else. Go talk about them.
Yep.
And I don't want to even go down the road that Chris Broussard went down.
What was he talking about?
Well, Chris Broussard said, just because a black man got the juice, we don't want to hear it now. We don't want to hear it now because a black man got the juice to get stuff for his son. Yeah. So we don't want to hear because ain't nobody saying nothing about the Dunleavys, the Bushes, the Reeds. And I mean, it's just so many I can't even think of them right now.
I mean, there's some truth to that.
All the Van Gundy brothers. All that. Come on, man.
I mean, come
on, man. So don't even talk about
what we say, my boy got 5 sons in the league?
Yeah.
5?
Yeah.
Not 1.
Rick Barry.
5.
So come on.
We don't even know what's his national name.
I didn't even know he was in
Granite
the league.
or something like that.
I ain't never heard of it.
Yeah.
Until I found out he was in the league.
And he in the league. Now, is he in the league because he's cold? Or is he in the league because he's a Barry?
I think being a Barry got a lot to do with it.
Got a lot to do with it.
Excuse me. And if Bronny can't play dead, good job, LeBron.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, how many other... I mean, we can go down a line.
In any sport.
King Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, Bobby Bonds, right? I can keep going. Like, it's a lot of Cal Ripken, Billy Ripken, and they daddy. You know, we got the Peyton Manning, Archie Manning. We got new Arch Manning at UT. They still coming out.
They still coming.
I mean, what we got to do? Well, I mean, Bronny got a 40. How many of y'all out there can say you got a 40-inch vertical right now? How many of y'all can go out there and hit 25 out of 29 shots in the NBA combine right now?
How many of y'all can? How many guys in the NBA got a 41-inch vertical?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so come on.
So y'all quit with the This young man is an excellent athlete. He knows the game, so it's gonna take time. And if you expect Bronny to come out and be Allen Iverson right now, you're crazy. But I'd love to have that young man in my organization.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say it like this. And even if he can't, even if he's not Allen Iverson, he might be Luke Walton.
He might be Luke Walton. Another one.
There goes another one. Yeah, he might be Mike Dunleavy Jr.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he wasn't like Dunleavy Sr.
Hey, he might be Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah.
Hitting bricks. I ain't seen Tim Hardaway Jr. I done seen him hit three-pointers all year. And y'all want to trip on Bronny. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is
I'm tripping on Tim Hardaway Jr. My boy can't even dribble. Hit that at the author to kill a crossover.
So, yeah.
And Hardaway Jr. can't even put it on the floor.
Hey.
Without fumbling.
Like I said the other day, Bronny's good as some dudes in the league right now.
Right now.
You know, and all that.
Get off the man.
You know, but they not. And I think Bronny is prepared for that.
Yeah.
And LeBron is too, but they're not going to let up off of it.
Yeah.
But all I can say is keep it up, Bronny. Keep it up, LeBron. Get Bryce in the NBA too. Get him a whole bunch of money in a bag also.
You know who don't care about nepotism? Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
Oh. Hey, we're going to leave that.
Anyways.
We're going to
keep this damn rolling, though.
Yeah, maybe step away on that one, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm checking the thermostat. That's all.
Yes, sir. So, also, I don't know if you all have been paying attention. There's a young man that is pretty good at basketball. Last name rhymes with Flagg. That is his last name. Got 2 G's though. Cooper Flagg.
Where did he come from, man?
This guy, you ain't seen him up. Man, this young buck has
but
been.
I heard
he's been a phenom in high school. He's a freshman in college. He's about to be a freshman at Duke. He ain't even win his first year at Duke yet.
But he's on the Olympic team, right?
I don't think he's on the team unless he's practicing with them.
It's like the Olympic versus the USA.
Yeah, they invited him out to the
and they say putting in work.
Oh, he putting in work.
They say putting in work.
Putting in almost Bam wouldn't have it, but the young man almost yammed on about 4 dudes. But Bam luckily got his forearm up and prevented him from bringing that thing down. You know, on the rebound. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, his turnaround jumper, his open jump, like that dude looks like he NBA ready right now. Yeah. Fresh out of high school. And he may be the reason why the NBA allows guys to come back out of high school.
Yeah.
Because of this kid right here. Because he's special. Yeah. If I was him, I wouldn't even go play at Duke. I'd sit out a year, I'd train, and get ready for that draft.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Because
going to Duke is really not going to help him.
No, it ain't going to help him at all.
Play, I go play in Europe or something for a year, then come on back.
Hey, if this dude is not the number 1 pick in the draft in 2025, I ain't going to say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would be very surprised. I would be extremely surprised. But y'all be on the lookout for this young man. He's pretty solid with it, man. He's pretty solid with it.
Oh, yeah.
But, looky there. I think we got something. But we'll keep it moving. So, like I said, we'll come back to the F1 here in a little bit. But as far as this Major League Baseball season is concerned, these Texas Rangers had a horrible start, right?
Oh, yeah, they had a lot of injuries, and that contributed to the horrible start.
Yeah, had a lot of injuries, horrible start, not hitting the ball. I mean, and that also contributes to those injuries because Corey Seager was not healthy when he started the season, so he started off slow. And our rookie, Wyatt Langford, that everybody was very excited about early on, had a slow start, but he's hot.
Yeah.
And now we find the Rangers on a 5-game winning streak.
In second place, right?
No, they're currently in 3rd place.
Oh, okay.
But they're only 3.5 games behind the Houston Astros and 5.5 games behind the Seattle Mariners. And we have the entire second half of the season remaining.
And we still got 80 games left.
I feel real good about where the Rangers are sitting right now.
Oh, yeah.
And we have arms coming back. We've got Kareem Rocker in the minor leagues, a brother that pitched in Vanderbilt a few years ago. He was a number 1 draft pick by the Mets, but chose not to sign, ended up signing with the Rangers. He's coming back from injury in the minor leagues. Like, it's a lot of good stuff going on in the Rangers organization, and they're figuring it out at the right time, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Baseball, it's a marathon. It ain't a sprint.
No.
You can be back 10 games early on and feel good about it.
Yeah. I just seen team. I've seen teams back as much as 15, 18 games.
Yeah.
And come back.
Yeah. I mean, that's...
Yeah. So baseball season is a long season.
Yeah, it is.
Long season. Just because you got the lead in the first 50, 60 games, don't get happy. You still got 100 games left.
Yep.
110, 50 games.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a long
like
thing.
It is not 800 meters. It's more like a 10,000. You got to go round and round and round.
Long thing.
But if you saw the 10,000 meters in the Olympic trial, you go round and round, but you got to race for the end. You got to race for the end.
Yeah. So let me see. Let me see if I can get this thing uploaded real quick. For the people.
Oh, see if we can get
CY in this thing
of F1 to come in here
and put on for the people, man.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's CY back with another racing weekend update. And this might be my favorite one. And it's not because it's my birthday this week. It's not because all of my predictions came true from our last episode, but it's because Sir Lewis Hamilton made it back into first place after 945 days of no wins. So to come home and bring first place home to Silverstone, last time with Mercedes before he heads to Ferrari, a 2024 British Grand Prix win for Lewis Hamilton was something I was hoping to see, and we made it happen. I'm so excited for him. The race radios were incredible to listen to. Very emotional. Lewis was emotional, his team. Hey, and whether you're a Lewis Hamilton fan or not, we can all appreciate a great comeback story. He also broke several records in the process of this win. He has broken Michael Schumacher's record for most wins at a circuit. So this is the 9th win for Lewis Hamilton at Silverstone. And he's also broken a record for the most podiums at a single circuit, which is 15 podiums at Silverstone. It's pretty, I mean, he's the man. You know what I mean? And even if you're a fan or not, like, you can't argue with that. So awesome to see him. Rain at Silverstone, not a unlikely thing to see every year. We're kind of always expecting it, but it caused some interesting strategies for the drivers and having to make some decisions about when to go on their wet tires or switch to inners. And incredible to kind of hear the back and forth. Some of the drivers were pretty firm on like, hey, no, it's not wet enough. Let's stay out. Or bring me in. And that tire strategy really played a part in Lewis's win, along with some of their upgrades they've made. So I think everything's just clicking at Mercedes right now. I think things are going well. Not for George Russell, though. He did not finish this race coming off of a win. I don't know what that phenomenon is, that you win a race, it's been a while since you've been up on the podium, and then you don't finish the next race, a la Charles Leclerc. But no, I don't know. I don't know what was going on. It was a car issue, but hey, I loved seeing him congratulate Lewis at the end of the race. He was the first one to walk up to him, so it was cool to see that. I'm hoping for another Lewis Hamilton win at this next upcoming race, but hey, we'll see. I was just happy to get that last one at Silverstone. Carlos Sainz made up some great points and in the process lapped Leclerc at Silverstone. So I'm not sure what's going on at Ferrari. A lot of changes over there on their leadership and some of their staff changing over. We'll see what goes on there. Same thing with Red Bull. Having Max on the podium with Lewis was an interesting one to see. I'm sure he didn't have that on his radar for this year, but I was happy to see it. But hey, where's Sergio Perez? What's my guy doing? He's got his contract extension, and some of the terms and conditions of that contract have really come to light. There are some performance clauses in there. So if Sergio doesn't step up his game and show some pace, there's possibility he could be replaced mid-season. And I've seen some rumors and Twitter rumblings from fans that say, hey, put Ricciardo in that Red Bull seat, or maybe even Liam Lawson. So I don't know what's going to happen, but my guy's got to step up the pace. I want to give a shout out, though, to Nico Hülkenberg from Haas. He has scored more points in the last couple of races than, man, I haven't seen Haas do that well in some time. So shout out to those guys. And he's not a new driver. He's not really necessarily on the come up, but it kind of feels like he is. He's kind of making a reappearance in F1. And I don't know. I love it. I love to see that guy get some points. He's a fun driver to follow over all these years. So, another key point of the race this weekend at Silverstone was the teaser trailer for the F1 movie. Last weekend, I talked about, that it was released. A date was going to be released for the following summer. But I didn't have a name for it. I was probably just calling it like the F1 movie. There were rumors it was called Apex. But this last weekend at Silverstone, they released a trailer and announced the official name. So a little drum roll, please. The official name of the F1 movie is F1. And that's it. Just F1. So is it lazy? Is it straight to the point? Is it showing a cosign and stamp of approval from F1 themselves? I think that's more it. I think no one's more protective of their brand than F1. And, they put a lot of resources and time and training the actors and drivers to be accurate. And, I think it's a stamp of approval. It's showing their buy-in. It's showing their support. And Apple knows what they're doing. Some people kind of made fun of the soundtrack chosen for the trailer with Queen's "We Will Rock You." How many movies has that song been played in? I would say 40% of movies have that song or another Queen song in there. But hey, those guys are making their royalties. I don't know. I don't know if it was the greatest trailer I've ever seen. I just think if you like drivers, seeing stories of drivers or racing in general, I'm going to tune in. I don't know what to expect. I didn't have Brad Pitt driving in an F1 car on my bingo card for the last, 2 decades of my life. But hey, I'm excited to see. I'm a fan of racing. So I think if you're a fan of racing or sports, you're going to tune in. And hey, maybe it'll inspire some a new generation of F1 fans. Moving on to NASCAR, you guys know how I feel about NASCAR. I love to go to races. And I used to think that I was the rain curse. Every race I go to is rained out. Almost 50% of the races I've ever gone to have been rained out, but I purposely avoided Chicago this weekend to give them a shot. Last year was the first inaugural race in Chicago and almost completely rained out, and so the second year has similar energy. They had quite a bit of a rain delay, so a lot of delays, a lot of cautions. At one point, I think it was up to 100, maybe a whole hour and 45 minutes of a delay. Ultimately, the city had to say, or the race had to say, we got until 8:20 to wrap this race up, and we're going home. We've been out here all day. And Bowman took it home after a 80-race victory drought. So cool to see. But my favorite story of the weekend was actually Tyler Reddick in the iconic Chicago skyline Jumpman shot with Michael Jordan on the side of his car. One, cool because he's an owner in the team, 2311. So there's already the immediate ties from Jordan, but to see, I don't know, there's something about seeing basketball and racing in one place. To have that visual on the side of the car was incredible to see. The job that they did, it was so dynamic and crisp, and it's the actual Jumpman logo that they used for the brand from that image. Really cool thing to see. Bummed he didn't get a win there, but still really awesome to kind of see that collaboration of two sports that I really love. So a fun one to watch. I am looking forward to maybe next year and avoiding it yet again. Actually, you know what? This time I will go, and maybe I'll be the difference between it raining and not. So we'll see. But thank you guys for listening. I am excited to provide more updates soon. And happy birthday to Unc. I will see you guys next week.
CY is off the chain, man. Off the chain, man. We were sitting there chilling for a minute. And we good now. It's like 20-second lag. But we good, But it was a great weekend for racing, man. I hate that we couldn't talk about it live because it was so much to discuss. Sir Louis Hamilton, man, CY's favorite racer, came through as she called last week. She said she would love to be exact for him to come away with that victory, and he did just that. So her wish was granted. Lewis Hamilton, wonderful job last weekend, bro. That was pretty dope to watch y'all go out there and do what you did, man. It was a very exciting race. Mercedes just handled that thing. It wasn't a whole bunch of craziness that happened like last week where they won because two guys wrecked. Like they just went out there and won that race right there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So that was dope, man. It was also funny that last week I mentioned that ain't no street racing in NASCAR because they can't control the cars, and come to find out we got a doggone street race coming up. Now we got the F1 movie she talked about as well. So yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff happening, man. Taking off right now. But God, as crazy as that is, I think we just talked about everything in the show.
We talked about everything on the show.
I think that's everything, huh? Yeah. I mean, can you see anything that we did not discuss today?
No, I mean, it's a couple of little things, but not much.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson had his little press conference.
I take that back. I'm looking forward to this one right here. Hey, if y'all been watching any of our shorts or reels, y'all know that we take a liking to that hit song by Kendrick Lamar by the name of Not Like Us. So today, we bring you a segment that we call, can you guess what it is, huh?
Not Like Us.
Not Like Us. Starting with NFL QBs today, You know, it's a lot of people that think it's a down season. I don't think it's down. It's a lot to talk about. You know, it's a lot of transactions being made. Baseball season's popping off. We got a lot going on right now. A lot to discuss.
Absolutely.
But we're going to create a discussion. This discussion is going to start today with these 6 quarterbacks. Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, and Cold Joe Burrow. Which one of these quarterbacks is not one of us? And I did that for copyright purposes, so I had to change the words.
Not one of them.
Which one of these quarterbacks is not one of us? I'm asking right now. Unc, what say you?
I say Justin Herbert.
And we do. These are the top 6 quarterbacks coming into 2024. So they say, quote unquote.
Yeah, and I would say it's Justin Herbert because I don't even know if Justin Herbert even been to the playoffs yet.
Yes, I think he possibly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Has he?
I don't think so.
Let
I'm
me
not
see.
Sure.
Let me look on that.
I mean, if he has, he was 0-1. He got out.
It's not because of him.
Yeah.
He's had a pretty horrible coach.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. That's one spot that's hard to overcome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know. Let me see. Playoffs.
I don't like. Matter of fact, I don't like Josh Allen's coach either. I don't like Buffalo's coach.
He has one game in his career.
One play.
One playoff game. Threw for 273 yards.
And it was a loss.
Yep, 84.7 passer rating, which ain't bad.
No, it ain't bad. But I would say he's not one of those guys right there.
So, I'm talking about a quarterback that you would draft. If you had the opportunity to draft 5 quarterbacks out of the 6, Justin Herbert's the one you leave off?
Absolutely.
No doubt about it.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this.
I don't know about that.
I keep telling you, I got a little police in me.
Yeah.
So when I did the investigation,
yeah,
the evidence showed that Justin Herbert is not one of those guys.
Well, and what's the evidence?
The evidence is passer rating, completion percentage, completion yards per completion, turnovers, all of those things. That those other guys are rated ahead of Justin Herbert in all those categories.
And passer rating, everything. Yard, all that stuff.
All that stuff. Justin Herbert is.
Completion percentage too.
Justin Herbert. Look up to. And I just didn't go over 1 year.
Yeah.
We talk about over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert is not one of those.
Well,
I'm just going. And then when I look at the game, and then when I go do my police work, do some investigation. I'm gonna choose Justin Herbert.
I think
because Justin Herbert is he has the P word on him, potential, but he hasn't done a lot.
So it has not translated.
It has not translated
into anything.
Into anything
transactional.
Far as I'm concerned, and then all those guys on there, his first round draft choices, I think, except for one.
Yeah. And so as far as you're concerned,
that's just my opinion. And then when I do my little police work, when I investigate, his MO is he ain't going to the playoff.
Justin Herbert is not one of your top 5.
No.
And for those reasons.
Yeah, for those reasons. And
just because of playoffs.
No, because it don't matter how good you are in regular season. It's just the playoffs where you make your money.
Yeah,
where
you
make your legacy.
Don't variables like bad coaches and amazing arm talent and great ability to run and accurate passer and smart decision maker, don't all that stuff matter?
But if it don't relate to wins, no, it don't. You can be 6'4", have a gun arm, run a 4.3 in the 40, but if your team is not winning, it don't matter.
But if it's not his fault that the team's not winning. Joe Montana can't go to the who's horrible? Carolina Panthers and make them a champion right now.
Absolutely, but
you still not gonna draft Joe Montana?
Hey, but this is all I'm saying. When you good, you know it. When you good, you know it.
Yeah. And I must say that, in my opinion, I do believe Justin Herbert is very good.
I didn't say he wasn't good. I said he wasn't a top 5 quarterback.
I think he's a top 5 quarterback.
Well,
just off of his, again, I trust my eyeballs more than a lot of things.
Yeah, I trust my eyeballs.
And I'm often right.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying?
I trust my eyeballs, and I haven't seen Justin Herbert do a lot. I haven't seen him do a lot. Name what he done. I mean, he had good receivers. He's got a horrible coach. I can't get past that. Okay.
And they can't get past that. Like, he's been held back because of that.
So how do we? If you don't show me how good you are, how do I know?
I've seen him be good. I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it with Dak.
But he haven't been good enough to get his team to the playoffs.
I've seen him do it with Dak. And let me go on and say it, y'all. Dak is my guy that I choose. It's not one of these other guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And I'm not just taking shots at Dak, but I just don't think he's I think he's average at best. Well, I think he's got a lot of empty stats. I think he's way overpaid. And I think he never should have been a starting quarterback over Tony Romo. That's my opinion. And I will go to my grave with that.
Yeah. Well.
Because we haven't done anything since he's been in that position. And since Tony Romo left the team, Dak has progressively gotten worse. Last year he had
You better go look at his
okay
numbers.
Season.
No,
I don't care about his numbers.
Yeah, go look.
I don't care about his numbers.
Yeah, okay.
Dak's numbers are fluff.
Okay.
And I know I've been saying this for 5 years now. Right?
So
I said it the first year that I recognized the numbers are fluff.
So Dak
I said
is the
something.
only quarterback.
And I've been saying the same thing. That's the only quarterback I watch because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
So he's the only one I care about.
That's the fan in him talking.
No,
that's the real. Yeah, that's the Dallas Cowboys fan. Neither is Justin Herbert. No matter what you say, Justin Herbert. We talking about results.
You talking about numbers.
No,
I'm talking about what I want to see.
We're talking about.
And I'm talking about
Justin Herbert hasn't played. He hadn't won enough games to go to playoff but one time. So what we talking about?
I'm talking about projectability. I'm talking about a quarterback that I think I can use. I can take on my team that's going to take my team to win. I'd never pick Dak.
Oh, yeah.
On this list or dang near any list in the NFL.
I wouldn't pick Justin Herbert either because he haven't done it. You're talking about what he might do.
We talking about a 6'5", 6'6" guy
that haven't done nothing.
That runs faster than Dak, has a better arm than Dak, a more accurate passer than Dak.
No, he's not.
Absolutely, he is.
No, he's not. Go look it up. Go look it up. Accurate. We're talking about what you think he can do. I'm talking about. See, I go by what people have done.
How many catches does his receivers have? Justin Herbert. How many completions to receivers does Justin Herbert have versus Dak? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, look it up.
All right, I'm gonna look that up.
Look how many yards Justin Herbert had, and look how many touchdowns he had.
We already talked about the yak from Tony Pollard. We already talked about the yak.
No.
From CD Lamb, who led the league in yak.
Yeah, right. So that means that what's his name can't quarterback either. Miami quarterback is no good because Tyreek Hill was right behind him in yak. Tyreek Hill.
Why you always got to bring somebody else into the equation when we talking about Dak lame man?
No, I'm just talking about if we got to paint all these guys.
We got to paint Dak.
Yeah.
Dak ain't good. In comparison to any other quarterback. And I'm talking about ability versus production. True production that matters. Dak is sorry. He is a lower third quarterback in the NFL.
Not by the numbers, just by the miles.
We already determined
Dallas
Dak's victories have come against the Commanders, the Eagles, that's 4 wins a year, and the Giants, that's 6 wins a year, and about 300 yards a game for Dak.
Okay.
Those 3 guys. The Eagles is the only team that sometimes has a decent team.
So where did his other 6 wins come from?
Last year, bottom of the barrel teams, the New York Jets. It wasn't Green Bay. It wasn't San Francisco. It wasn't Miami. We beat Detroit barely. We beat Seattle barely.
So who have Justin Herbert beat?
I would rather have Justin Herbert. It's not Justin Herbert losing. It's Dak throwing interceptions for pick sixes in the first quarter. It's Dak throwing interceptions in the playoffs. It's Dak that can't throw.
He only threw 9 13
points.
He only
against
threw
San
9
Francisco
interceptions last year.
at the wrong time against good teams.
Okay.
How many he threw? Jalen Ramsey got Miami. He threw a pick six, right? Late in the year when it counted.
Josh Allen threw a pick six in the playoffs.
I don't care about that. Josh Allen won a playoff game, didn't he?
Huh?
Josh Allen won a playoff game,
Josh Allen got 3 playoff wins the same way like Lamar.
Dak isn't worth all that money. You're right, Marcus Huff. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Give him one more year. This year, I hope this year is the year you talk about.
Absolutely. Give him this year, and then Dak can leave, and then y'all can start blaming it on somebody else.
Give him 8 games. And get him out of there so Trey can go on and
Trey Lance haven't done that. All this is projection.
Absolutely.
Trey Lance haven't done nothing.
I tell you,
Justin Herbert haven't done nothing. Lamar Jackson haven't done more than Dak.
What can you project with Dak? What can you project with Dak?
Projection doesn't matter.
But what can you project with Dak?
You can project 12 or 13 wins like he have done over the last 4 or 5 years and lose in the playoffs like 2 or 3 of these other guys.
And losses against 500 and up teams. Consistently. Consistently, yeah. He's got like 2 or 3 wins over his career.
You just said he beat up on the bad team. Now you can't say that he lose. Now if he lose to the bad team,
I said the good teams. I said the good teams. I said consistently losing to the good team. 500 and up teams consistently losing to him. Anytime Dak get punched in the mouth, we lose. Anytime a team comes out and scores a touchdown early, we lose. Why does Dak have the most comeback wins in Cowboys history? Because he got.
No, he don't.
Who does then?
Tony Romo got the most comeback wins.
Why does he got the second most?
Because he's just like Tony Romo. They get behind.
Tony Romo ain't played in 8 years. So I can't even talk about Tony Romo right now. Tony Romo is better in the booth than Dak is at quarterback.
All I'm saying is that you're saying all this stuff, but you haven't told me what Justin Herbert has done.
What I'm telling you, Justin Herbert could potentially do on a good team.
Hey, we're talking about. I don't care what he could do.
We're going to see what he does with Jim Harbaugh.
We'll see.
We're going to see what he does with Jim Harbaugh. A much better coach.
We'll see what Cowboys do.
What's his name?
Also, too, now that Dan Quinn is gone and all that.
Dan Quinn ain't had nothing to do with Dak.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But he had something to do with the defense giving up 30-some points against the Green Bay Packers.
And so did Dak.
Yeah.
All them 3 and outs because the defense can't ever get off the field. You act like these guys are machines.
What about
they can't get off the field because Dak is constantly 3. Dak is constantly 3. I'm talking loud because I got to get this out. I can't ever get it out.
Get it out.
Dak is constantly when the game starts against a good team, especially. We going 3 and out for the first 7 drives. We might have 1 drive where we get a first down or 2. Maybe. But we gonna punt. Right? Okay. That's why the defense is tired. Because we come out, we're on the field for 3/4 of the first half.
Are you through?
No.
When I'm gonna get you to say
I'm not. Pick sixes, 11 turnovers last year, whatever you want to call it. I don't care about none of that. It ain't the turnovers that makes Dak bad. It's the fact he got so many 3 and outs. He can't stay on the field is what makes Dak bad. He keeps Michael Punt. Green Bay game, perfect example. Oh yeah, we gave up 7 points. That's not a crime to give up a touchdown early in the game. Next possession, they punt the ball. What does Dak do immediately? He throws an interception. That wasn't even a pick 6. He throws an interception in Green Bay's territory at like the 17-yard line. He threw a bad pass in bad coverage. It ain't Brandon Cook's fault that his quarterback made a bad decision. A good quarterback wouldn't throw that ball. Period. And what happens? Touchdown next play, or next couple plays by Green Bay. Fine, defense just got off the field. We just gave you the ball back, and you let it go. Okay, fine. We give up a touchdown because we tired, boss. We've been out here more than you, Dak. We tired, dog. Right? We get the ball back. What do we do next drive?
You still ain't told me what Justin Herbert done.
Pick 6. I'm telling you what Dak doing.
Justin Herbert haven't even been to playoffs to do that.
He's been there one time, but we can't project nothing from a bad team and a bad coach. The Chargers have had, probably on paper, the best team in the NFL, a top 5 team in the NFL for the past 4 years.
Paper don't win games.
Bad coaching.
Paper don't win games.
Bad coaching don't either.
Okay.
And a bad quarterback sure as hell don't.
That's just a Dallas Cowboy fan talking, y'all.
And the Chargers...
That's just a Dallas Cowboy fan talking. That's just a Dallas Cowboy fan talking. Because
you call it what you want.
You won't let me say nothing. Okay. The first thing, let's talk about the defense. I talked about this all year, right? The defense, what was the first thing they did against Green Bay?
3 and out, stayed on the field.
Stayed on the field.
That wasn't their fault. The defense didn't make a penalty, but a flag came on the field. I was there. I saw it. There was no penalty made right there. The flag was thrown on number 26, and he didn't do nothing but great coverage on that play, and a flag came out. Okay. But so that ain't. Okay. But we can blame it on defense.
Yeah, no, I ain't blaming it on defense. We talking about these quarterbacks, and all I can ask you is you talk about what Dak Herbert done. What have Justin Herbert done?
What has Justin Herbert done?
Go look up the numbers over the last 5 years and see what Justin Herbert done.
Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to see how many completions he's thrown to his receivers, because that's what matters at quarterback to me, not how many dump offs you got to your running back.
First off, CD Lamb led the league in yardage, so Dak was throwing and catching, so Dak was throwing. No, what
he
about
the lead?
But he got to catch it first. He got to catch it first. He led the league in catches, so it was a lot of balls thrown to his receivers.
It was a lot of short passes that he extended.
It doesn't matter.
Yardage
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
All I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. All that don't matter. All I'm saying is that when you go on this list, you talk about guys that have been to the playoffs, what they have done, and when two of these guys on this list have separated themselves from everybody else. That is Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes.
So with that being said, all you have left to judge these other guys on is based on potential.
No.
What you mean?
No, you can base them on what they have already done. You can base them on what they have already done.
And Dak ain't done nothing.
Neither has Justin Herbert. And neither has Lamar Jackson.
They both got more talent and more potential than Dak.
The only thing that Lamar, talent and potential, but we're talking about production.
Yeah, I'd rather have guys that I can project production from than somebody I know that's only going to give me from against bad teams.
I'm going to tell you like this. They haven't done it. It has been so many.
Dak is a bully.
Jamarcus Russell was potentially this, but he didn't do nothing. All this potential. What's the other guy, Ryan, or whatever name? They wanted to draft him over Peyton Manning. He had potential. All these guys got potential. We talking about, I don't care about potential. I just need to know what you have done, and none of these guys on this list has separated themselves from the other three is because those two have been to the Super Bowls and the rest of them haven't been to the Super Bowl, and the rest of them only got 2 or 3 or 0 wins. And I'm going to take a guy with 2 wins over a guy that can't make the playoffs all day. And you can blame it on his coach. You can blame it on this, but it seems like always the good players. Their coach are always good. Their teammates are always good. All that's always good with the good players. And the bad players is always the coach or somebody else. And like I said, out of those guys right there, Justin Herbert he have done the least. I'm going to say it like that. Out of 6. And that's why I'm picking him off the list, because he have done the least.
He's got 409 completions to his receivers last year. 409.
How many yards did he get? And how many touchdowns did he throw?
I'm talking about completions to the receivers. That's all I care about right now.
We're talking about how many total yards did he get and how many touchdowns did he throw.
That's not what I said. I'm looking at completions to receivers because I'm a very analytical person. Okay. And if I know a quarterback's throwing to his receivers, I know he's a pretty good passer.
So you throw to your receivers, but you didn't make it to the playoffs, so it didn't do you no good. I don't care if you throw to your grandmama. If you go to the playoffs, you're better than somebody that didn't. Simple as that. Because that's what we judge people off.
I'm telling you a metric that I look at when I'm looking at a quarterback.
So you don't look at completions? You don't look at touchdowns?
Completions to receivers, yeah. I want to see if they throwing the ball downfield or if they dumping the ball off to the running back half the time. That's what I want to see. So, I mean, if that got more completions to the receivers, then
we ain't talking about
I'm going to have smut on my face.
What about yards? What about touchdown? What about turnover? And he completed 409 passes to the receivers last year? Last year?
Yes.
In 1 year?
Yeah.
How many did he complete for the whole year? How many passes did he complete for the whole year?
Let me look here. Hold on. Let me look, see.
That look like that sounds like a lot. That sounds like enough passes he completed all year long. 400 and something. But he didn't make it. He threw to his receivers and he still didn't get to the playoffs. So what good did that doing? That's all.
It's a bad team over there. That's all I'm saying.
It's always excuses for the people that we like and not excuses for the people we don't like. It's always excuses. There are no excuses in sports. I don't care if your team bad or if you that good, do like they say. Do like the commentators say. Put the team on your shoulders. Will them to win. This and all that. Do all that, Justin Herbert, if you so good.
Man, I can't even find a goddamn team on here.
Yeah. And neither can. That's the same way when you play a game. You can't find Justin Herbert.
All right, let me see here.
And there's some other quarterback that I'll put up there that I'll take over some of these guys.
I might have smut on my face.
Yeah, I already know. Because Dak, the worst thing, Dak's biggest problem is he's a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboy fans do not put up with nothing. If you don't win a Super Bowl, you're horrible.
Absolutely.
You are horrible in Dallas.
Hey,
but that don't make you horrible in other places, just in Dallas.
He can go be horrible somewhere else. Just like you say about Vanderish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want you to not. I don't want Dak to not have a job. I just don't want him to be the quarterback in Dallas.
But I just like what's the guy you said the other day that he's on TV. I think he'd be in the locker room. He said that if there's anybody he wouldn't give a contract to between CD, Dak, and Michael Parsons, it'd be Michael Parsons because this is the whole thing. And I just heard that Stephon Gilmore signed back with Dallas, and I just want him to tell.
That's great.
Hey. It wasn't great against Green Bay. He got burnt.
He was injured though.
He did. There we go with the excuses. He was.
An injury is a reason, huh? Ain't no excuse.
No, it's not. No, it's
He's
not.
better than the next man behind him.
You played. He did the same thing all the Dallas players did. He played good for 12 or 13 games. Then he started playing like Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. They start playing like he's a first round exit guy. That's the way they play. They all play like they first round exit guys. And then with Stephon Gilmore, he came here. The first 6-8 games, I saw first by 10 games, I saw he looking like the old Gilmore. The last 2 or 3, I said he looking like a old Gilmore, not the old Gilmore. That's just me. And Dallas, for as I'm concerned, you talking about bad coaching.
Old Gilmore.
Let me say it like this: Mike McCarthy ain't the greatest coach in my opinion.
I think
and Dan Quinn
coach.
was horrible. And J.A. can't say nothing. Mike McCarthy is average at best.
Mike McCarthy is amazing. He is not the reason.
Okay. He was so amazing. He had one of the top quarterbacks of all time. He couldn't win #1 Super Bowl.
You remember
he was
when
up there 10 years. He was up there 10 years. If he's so good, he was up there 10 years with Aaron Rodgers. Couldn't win but one Super Bowl.
You remember when Jason Garrett sabotaged Wade Wilson and got him out of here with no offense? I think Dan Quinn was trying to do the same thing with no defense last year.
We got himself out of here.
He got
and
himself
I'm glad
out of
we
here.
going to New York.
Nah, Washington.
Washington, that 2 more wins for.
Yeah, I had Schmidt on my face. I couldn't find the stat, but I think Dak threw for a few more receivers. Receivers. But they were screen passes, though.
I know he did.
They wasn't downfield.
It don't
They wasn't
matter.
downfield.
I know he did because I already did the research. All I can say is like this here. All them guys, I wouldn't take but 2 of them anyway.
Yeah.
And that's Burrow and Patrick Mahomes.
Hey,
I don't want none of them on my team.
I'm taking all of them but Dak.
Hey, I'm taking the ones that done went to the Super Bowl. I ain't taking the ones that's 3-5 in the playoffs and 2-4 and 0-1. And I think Josh Allen is 3-5 too. 3 wins, 5 losses.
Is he?
Yeah, Josh Allen got way more losses than he do.
Josh Allen cold though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He got some, but he got a lot of turnovers in him too.
Yeah.
He's very turnover prone.
Yeah, he's very cold.
Yeah.
And then he's very hot.
Yeah.
He's
At the
very
same
hot,
time.
Then sometimes he's very cold.
At the same time. I don't know you, man. Yeah, man. No, he's
anyway, we're gonna have something else next week, and I'm gonna keep school over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep school over, and I'm gonna keep being like the police. I'm gonna do some investigating, and if your fingerprints is not on the gun, Justin Herbert, I can't take you to jail. Justin Herbert fingerprints ain't nowhere on the crime scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. That boy.
But anyway, y'all, we love it.
Hey.
We done had a great time.
Appreciate y'all hanging in there with us today, man. Hey, whoever you are that tried to hack me earlier, bro, that was whack, dog. But I got you up out of here,
But that's the whole thing. Guess what? We worked it out.
Got you up out of here, bro. Determined. You know what I'm saying?
Who was that saying so a while ago?
Marcus Huff, man. Appreciate you chiming in, baby.
Appreciate you, man. We just on there having fun, Marcus.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you about it.
Hey, my boy Marcus say Justin Herbert is 100,000 times better than Dak and will get a ring before Dak will. Agreed completely. Chargers played the Packers way better. Yes, they did.
Yeah. Played them, but they still lost though, right?
I mean, I don't know.
But and this is the thing. All I can say, Marcus, Do like the police. Go dust the crime scene. Hey. You won't see Justin Herbert in him nowhere.
Hey, it's all good, man.
Hey, but we love you, Mark.
Hey, Justin Herbert, you off the chain, dog. I wish
you
was
sure
in
is off the chain. We trying to put you back on.
Yeah, man. But appreciate y'all hanging out with us, man. Oh, CY, you a beast. Yeah. Appreciate it for entertaining us with the video, man, and everything you brought to the show today. But y'all, we're gonna be on sometime this weekend, either Noonish After Dark or for a watch party. We'll see what's popping. But we'll let y'all know as soon as we figure that out, man. But appreciate y'all. Next week sometime.
Peace in the Middle East.
Around 12 or 2. Peace.